You know, it's truly been an honor to work here at the Bush School of Government and Public Service. It's hard to believe that 8 years ago I told the dean that I'd come over and work with him for 3 years, but that's all I could guarantee is only 3 years as Executive Associate Dean. But here I am 8 years later. I really thought that I was retiring last year. We had my retirement celebration, which happened to be my 4th retirement celebration. But when Mark stepped up to be the president of the university, I thought it was my responsibility to step up and be the interim dean for a year. It has been a great ride. I don't regret anything. I've had a great time here, but more than anything else, it's truly been an honor to serve as the interim dean of the Bush School of Government and Public Service. First of all, we started a new student convocation. It's a time where we get all of the new students here at the Bush School and we tell them what it is to be a graduate of the Bush School of Government and Public Service, what it means to be part of the legacy of the 41st President of the United States. We started that last year, and I hope that it is going to continue every year. Well, it's sort of interesting. I've thought about this and reflected many times. During my 38 years here on campus in the A&M system, I've had 18 different titles. And I'm looking forward to my last title as retired. So, but reflecting back, I started off on the department level as a faculty member. I was a division chair. And then I started working on the college level as an associate dean, eventually became dean. And then I worked on the university level as director of admissions, the assistant provost for enrollment, also as an interim provost. And then I even had experience working at the A&M system level for 7 years as vice chancellor and chief of staff for the chancellor. So what I bring in is almost a smorgasbord of experience. I've worked in almost every area of a university that a person can work in. So I think that's why the previous dean, Mark, and I got along so great, because he understood all the experiences that I brought to the table whenever I came in as executive associate dean. You know, I learned a lot in all those different positions, and I interacted with so many people at so many different levels. So I've had the opportunity to learn from people like Robert Gates, who was the president of the university when I was director of admissions. I worked under 2 different chancellors. I had interactions across the A&M system and also at the state level. So I learned so much, and I'm just so happy I was able to bring all those experiences to the Bush School. A leader has to be an educator. You know, you don't just lead people, you have to educate people. You have to get people to understand what the mission is and get people to buy in to the mission. And you do that by educating people. I came out of the College of Education. I was a teacher. I did teacher education for years. One of the things that I had to do, even though I was here when we established the Bush School, I really didn't know what people did at the Bush School. So my first year was pretty much learning exactly what the Bush School was. But after I learned what the Bush School was, I fell in love with everything that we're doing. And I think that's what you have to do as a leader. You have to first educate people, let them know what we're doing, why we're doing it, and why it's important for them to buy in to what we're doing. I think that everyone believes in what we do here at the Bush School, which I think is so important. We're developing people to go and serve others. You know, President Bush said that public service is a noble calling. And there's You can't have a successful life unless somewhere you served other people. It's just so important. And I think that every faculty member, every staff member, and every student truly understands that. They truly understand. So whether I'm a practitioner faculty, whether I'm a research faculty, whether I'm in student affairs, no matter what I do, it's all to help develop these leaders who are going to go into public service. And I think that's the best thing that we have going for us. Everyone truly believes in what we do here. I really look forward to my wife and I doing the things we love, like traveling, playing golf, fishing. I have promised her that I will not take another full-time job, which I hope I will not take another full-time job. This is my 4th time at retiring. I've failed it 3 times, but I'm going to try to get it right this time. I'm looking forward. I'm sure that I may teach a class every once in a while or work on a project here or there, but it's going to be nice to do the things that I want to do versus all the things that I have to do. So I'm really, really looking forward to that, getting to that point in my life. President Bush made the statement that you can't define a successful life without having service to others. I hope that people will look back and all the years that I spent here at Texas A&M University and all the different positions that I had, and to say, Frank Ashley had a pretty successful life, because when he was called to serve, he stepped up and he answered the call. And that's probably the greatest legacy that someone could have. The fact that when someone asked me, I said, yes, I'll do it. It's an example that I hope every student in the Bush School will follow.